Hello everyone. Welcome to WordCamp Kathmandu 2023. This is the first speaking session in the hall filter. So I hope it will be a fun learning and a good start for everyone. AI has taken over the world with a storm, and everybody is talking about it. And as a WordPress community and WordPress developers are also not different from it. So, the topic of my session today is WordPress AI evolution. The AI evolution that is going on around the world and how WordPress developers can adapt to that to better uh, produce their quality of work and how they can optimize and save time in terms of like WordPress development. So this is going to be the topic for the session. A little bit about myself. I am Abhishek Rijal, as introduced by our beautiful host over there. Thank you for the fun fact. Also, I didn't know you get that. Where did you get that from? I didn't know. Okay, talking a little bit about myself, I am a WordPress active WordPresser, primarily involved in WordPress plugin development. I have been professionally working as a plugin developer in different companies of Nepal and offshore also, and since 2015, and I have worked in multiple WordPress plugins primarily and other kind of themes and services as well. Currently, I am working at Brainstorm Force as a senior software developer, and you can reach out to me through social media handles by searching my name also. Okay, let's talk about a little bit of a history. So AI is actually not a very new thing, right? It has been used by millions of people around the world in form of different type of popular services, products like voice assistants and chatbots that has been helping businesses throughout the years. And recently, there's a AI code assistants also available like GitHub Copilot and Amazon Code Whisperer, Tab9. They are also available there. And I think actual boom of AI in terms of WordPress and web also began after OpenAI and ChatGPT was made public. So people can actually see the power of AI through the prompt, and they can actually feel like what they can do with the power of AI. So a lot of people have found it very much helpful, not just in development but in like content marketing, SEO, all of the other things, and for many fields AI has been helping out. And the WordPress in the WordPress industry as a community, we can also see that a lot of products nowadays are using AI. So the actual boom of AI was started after the OpenAI and ChatGPT was introduced to us. Okay, let's talk about the burning question in the internet actually. Will AI take my job? This is a question by casually worried developer, I believe. Everyone is saying that AI is going to take the developer's job, but I believe that you can read the statement, I think, there. Like in the history also, computers, when it was first available, it did not replace the accountants, right? But it was replaced by the accountants who did not use computers were replaced by them who used it, right? So definitely I believe it is the same case with AI as well. Like if you are a developer and you are not adapting to new technologies, the tools and facilities that AI provides us with, then definitely you might be replaced by someone who uses it. Because of the efficiency, because of the time saving, all of the things is there. So I believe that everyone should be adapting to new technologies, and as a WordPress developer or as a developer itself also, you should be taking use of these tools so that it will be helpful for your own career. So rather than worrying about will AI take my job, let's adapt using AI in your job itself. Okay, so how do we start using AI in our day-to-day task? Uh, the very basic thing is AI can create content, right? We know that now because we have been seeing previews of ChatGPT, other kind of tools, OpenAI services, generative text, and everything, and it can create good content. We know that. So as a developer, I think uh, you can make use of AI to write the website copy for your clients. For example, you are taking some kind of project and you need to write some copy to show a demo or some sort of thing. So you can definitely use it for that. Another use case would be I normally like in day-to-day task also I we use Agile in our like daily workflow, and I hate to write the user stories in Jira because that is not what I am like very not very good content writer. So with AI, if you provide proper context and all of the things, you can create great Jira user story, comments, Jira PR comment, and all sort of things. So I believe content can be helpful for a developer, and you can use the AI tools to write better and communicate better in some cases also. Like when I'm trying to communicate something in Slack also, like where while day-to-day communication, in some cases if I have to answer it through little difficult thing, then I take help of AI, and it gives me a really elaborated and good content. So that can be definitely one use case. Content creation, the popular tools that are available right now is definitely ChatGPT. It also has some official and unofficial like Chrome extension kind thing, and Find.com. I'm going to use Find.com in some of the examples that I'm going to show in my demo sites other, because it is a free tool and it allows you to test ChatGPT 4 model as well. So this is also a good option. It also has a VS Code extension that you can install and try out, and this Google Bar, Bing AI, and other tools as well. So these can be used for content creation. Yeah. Another popular tools that can be used to generate images is like website placeholder images. If you are using like developing site for your client, and in that case what happens is that if you place the proper images and everything, then it like saves up a lot of time to go back and forth rather than the this placeholder images. So in these kind of cases also you can use AI based tools to generate images and provide like a decent demo to your clients as well. I just kept this comparison between the placeholder content and real content that can be created by AI, and it looks different, right? So this is the way, in this way, how like you can make use of these tools and get better results in your day-to-day work. So for image management, there are popular tools. They are both free and pro. So some of the tools are OpenAI, DALI, Midjourney, Adobe for Firefly, Magic Copy, Segment Anything. So you can take a look into these tools in your day-to-day like development work also, and use it for your development tasks. Okay. So coming further, like you can use AI in different kind of development work itself as well, right? So for actual development task also, it can actually help you find things faster, debug faster, and optimize your code. So some of the examples I would like to show how you can boost your productivity using the AI in your development cycle. The first one is code suggestions. So let's look into this one first. See, I hope this is visible. I'm using Find as a tool for demo for this one, but definitely this can be anything, anything of your choice. Like you can be using GitHub Copilot or other kind of things, or ChatGPT itself, right? So what I'm doing right now is I have sent a prompt, write a code to generate a basic FAC theme. So this is the full site editing theme, the new trend in WordPress going on itself. Like if you are new to FAC itself and you want to learn something about it, then you can make use of AI. Like better than looking into the docs, what you can do is just add some prompt to write a code to generate a basic FAC theme. And what the AI tool is doing is right now, it is giving me clear cut instruction along with the code itself also, with the proper header, with description, authors and everything as per your prompt, right? So, and it is also explaining the steps to you. So this way how you can make use of it as any new topic, anything that you want to know about, anything that you hear in the WordCamp itself, like talking, like people are talking about, you can definitely go and ask to AI about it, right? And it is going to give you a proper explanation. Just make sure that you check it properly, the code, you, like AI generated code, you cannot directly copy and use it. I would suggest that you can analyze it to get a better idea of it. But definitely, it gets a lot of things that you don't have previously information about. So this is going to be really helpful. So, for example, this is creating. This also demonstrated a block template demo also in index.html. So up to this level, for to get this information, I think you'll have to look into web a lot. Like you need to have a correct terms and find out different terminology, what does what and everything. But you can have all of this source of information in one place. So this is going to be definitely helpful in your day-to-day task. And this is just an example of creating a FAC theme. That can be anything like a React project or whatever you are like blocks or the new like buzzwords of WordPress. Whatever you want suggestion from, you can definitely get it from the AI tools. Okay, moving further, AI tools can also help you in debugging errors, right? So if you are a developer, you are definitely going to have a tons of errors in your code, whether it is like developing some feature or anything like that. And we actually spend a lot of time debugging a lot of errors. But with the AI-based tools, debugging errors has been also very easy, and in terms of time, it is really time saving also. So just a very basic example I have written here. So how ChatGPT or the AI based tools is handling these kind of errors. This can be anything like JavaScript error, PHP error, file path error or whatever, right? So you can just paste the error. This is a very generic kind of thing. On-code type error. This we get a lot in JavaScript and React-based projects. So this is a example that I'm sending, and with that prompt only, this AI-based tool is giving me some suggestions on how to debug it. So steps are also there, right? So all of the possibilities, and it can be helpful in reducing a lot of things, something that you might have missed, right? So you can get there faster. So debugging is also very helpful with the AI based tools like Fine. And this is just an example for JavaScript, but this will definitely work for any kind of error or in any programming language, most of them actually. Okay. Other than that, custom development. So, how many of you here actually use like ACF or plugins like Metabox for custom development? Any else? Okay, a few people. Yeah, of course. So, you have must have noticed that while creating like different kind of content boxes in Metabox, ACF, you have to go through a like generative process. Either you go with the writing the JSON for your fields, or you just create it, add it manually through the visual builder they provide, and you get the fields and everything. I believe that that is really like time consuming for a developer to actually work on the development stuff, right? So in using AI now, you can actually tell the AI based tool to write the ACF JSON file, for example. Right, just an example. You can do it anything like that. But what I am writing right now is this is the prompt that I'm using right now. Create a ACF JSON file for all of the fields required for a okay, there's a typo, but team section that consists of a repeater field for multiple team member and takes employee's name, designation, email, and LinkedIn URL as data. So this is the requirement. For example, this is what you got from your client as a user story, right? So you can actually use that prompt to create a JSON. And what I am writing here is I am using pro version of ACF plugin, right? So with that information, it can actually like suggest you some thing in your code and how you can sync everything up. And it is also giving me some JSON file for the fields, right? So quick modifications there, and your fields are ready. This you can put into your theme.json file and sync it with, and the lot of like creating field and whatever it is going to be reduced. The time you'll save is actually very good. And yeah, I'm using this free tool, so it is like restricting to some characters, and I can also actually make it continue writing all of the data. So it is all about prompt. So if you are providing correct prompt, then you can definitely use this kind of thing. And this is not just for ACF, you can use it for Metabox or any kind of custom plugin that you might have that is popular out there and that AI is like have some knowledge about. So this way also you can save a lot of time in terms of development for custom products. Okay. Another use case I would like to talk about is writing test cases and code optimization. I believe a lot of developers out there do not prefer to write test cases like PSP unit tests and other things because of the time consuming and the deadlines there. Let's admit it. Like writing test cases is as much as time consuming, sometimes even more than writing the actual functionality, right? So now we have the AI based tools. What we can do is simply ask it about, like, right now it is not perfect, right, but at least it gives you the proper idea and the framework of and a good starting point for someone who is just starting to write the test cases and everything, right? So for example, if I want to write a test cases for a function, then I can simply go with the AI based tools. I had a demo for this one, but okay, somehow my find extension is not working in the VS Code. So this was a live demo, but you can check out the find extension, and this similarly works with the GitHub Copilot as well. Actually, it works better in the GitHub Copilot, but that is a premium one for sure. But if you select any function in here, and for example, like for I am using this search find for selection right now, so you can select any code. This is similar to what we do in the browser, and if I write a test cases for this function, then it is going to suggest me some of the basic structure and the point for starting for writing test cases for PHP unit or other kind of thing. So this is also going to help you boost up the process, right? Okay, this is actually what I tried earlier to create a prompt and everything for test cases of this one. And for this, it is giving me basic kind of framework for PHP unit framework test case, and it is like extending this function. And right now, it is just instructing me how we can do that. But with correct prompt and everything, and with continuation from this prompt, I can actually get the test codes, also test cases code that I can use in my product project. Okay, another thing is code optimization. Okay, a lot of times we actually write some code for the functionality, but there's always some better way that it can be optimized, right? In terms of memory, performance, and a lot of things. Most of the time we don't care a lot about that, those kind of things. But when our product, like in plugins also, if they scale up and we are looking into minute detail, like the problems start to arise, right? And we need to take a look on all of the functionalities that is taking up the resources and whatever it is, like to debug it further. So if we find the cause of it, we can actually use AI based tools now to get the optimized version, better optimized version of the code that you have written, right? So this we use sometimes in our daily, like projects also. If I feel like something I have written is not optimal enough and that can be better, even if I don't know how to optimize it better, I can ask it to the AI based tools, right? So what I can do is this. In this example, I am writing this small JavaScript function to loop through the FAQ content in one of my plugins, right? So I have just pasted it down and I told the AI-based tool to optimize it further. So it is like giving me step by step options on how I can optimize it. So this is a great way of learning also, I believe, because it is going to give me an explanation of my current code and what can be done to optimize it further, right? So this way you can learn it, like it is saying that reduce the amount of loop code and I can handle it better, batch DOM changes like taking up a lot of DOM memory and caching the variables, building browsing feature, performance monitoring tools. So a lot of suggestions are there for just a simple snippet of code, right? So There's always some better way to do it, and if you find it, you can make your own decision that if it is something helpful for me and my project, then I can take that up. So basically, the optimization task can also be very, very helpful with the AI-based tools. I've shown a lot of demos recently in my three of the slides, and in every slide, actually, everything was initiated with a prompt, right? So while using AI-based tools, prompt engineering is very, very crucial task, and this is something that you have to like get yourself better at also, because if you are not putting a good enough prompt, then you will not be getting better results from AI itself also, because AI works in patterns only, right? So whatever data we feed it, the whatever sources, whatever questions we are asking, the series and everything, it works based on that also. So you need to be careful about the prompt engineering. And what prompt engineering is, it involves that you need to consider that it is just a machine. The AI is a machine, and you need to feed it proper patterns to get better output. So that you need to keep in a mind, right? So for every kind of content, not just for development, prompt engineering is very, very important, and we need to understand it better while using the AI based tools. Okay, right now, a lot of businesses has been using AI based integrations in their existing product also. So just an example of how WordPress businesses are shifting to the AI paradigm, we can look at the example of Elementor's AI. They are providing the text generation feature right on their editor, the image editing features are there, and some of the SEO plugins like Rank Math, all-in-one SEO are using generative like content generation for better titles, meta description, and all of the things. There are new plugins like WP WAN that actually lets you generate content on the fly in the WordPress site itself, right? And AI image generators are there. New site generators like ZipWP, Shore Writers, Chatbots, Jetpacks AI assistant is there, AI powered plugin is there. So all of these big industries are adapting to AI. So I think in a product also, AI based tools like integration is must right now, because a lot of businesses are going into that direction. Okay, so what are the development ideas that we can take away from there? I think the day-to-day task we can use definitely AI for the development of our different kind of like ease up our development process and everything, like I explained earlier. But as a developer, I think we can integrate AI to existing products like WooCommerce, LMS, as per your client's need or your own product. If you have your own product, then you can definitely add AI integration to it for users to have a better experience into it, right? Or create a completely different AI based product. That is the further ideas that we can get through. Okay, so for a quick demo of a development idea, just a small thing, I have developed a tool that I can show a demo of right now. Okay, so this is a basic prompt type of thing. Like right now I'm using LangChain and like my custom data source for this one, but this is just to give an idea on how we can start developing our own plugins integrated with AI itself, right? So what I'm doing right now is I have created a small prompt. This is a local application right now. It uses LangChain integration, and the application has been written in JavaScript itself. So I am writing a prompt for this one, that create a call to action for a travel website. I have fed some data to it. I'll show that later. But if I click on generate, this is the recorded video, because let's face it, like AI is quite expensive right now to send requests and responses. So what it is doing is it is giving me a WordPress core blocks markup that I can copy and paste into my browser and get the sections ready, right? So by default, OpenAI also does not do that. We just need to tweak it a little bit with prompt engineering, right? So this is a section that I got. I can easily create this. Anyone who contributed yesterday in patterns, I think you can use this tool to create new patterns also, because AI is going to generate content, and it is going to give it a different kind of layout for that one. Okay. Just a quick demo on that part. So this session is not like bit more technical to go through all of the processes I have said, but see, this is a CTA banner that I got with the prompt, right? But I'll go through the quick demo of what prompt I use for that code. So I think we don't have much time left, but I'll try to wrap that up soon. Okay. Okay, this is a tool that I created actually, and this is the prompt data that I'm using right now. So that this is what I'm talking about. Like AI is still idiot in some time. Like you, until we feed it proper data, it is not going to give some kind of proper output to it. So this is the prompt that I'm using right now to generate the code for the WordPress page builder like blocks. So what I've written is act as a Gutenberg code writer and expert copywriter. You'll be creating website pages with Gutenberg blocks. I'll instruct you to create one section at a time for all of the blocks. And I have also given some examples for it. Like what are the content available right here. Right. This is the WordPress core blocks content, and I have strictly given an instruction that I just need the code only and no explanation for this one, right? So these kind of content we can use it. So by this example, what we can learn is that this is just an example for WordPress based product, but if you have any kind of custom product that is based on blocks also, you can use your pattern, like instruct it properly, and feeding your data, you can actually get the output based on your data itself, right? So these kind of development ideas can be done by integrating AI into your product, and it is going to be really helpful to add some additional user interaction in your website, in your products. Like users will going to be really benefited by these kind of tools. So this is all about the development ideas. See, possibilities with AI in WordPress are endless, and it is dependent upon your imagination. I believe that, and a lot of companies have already started going into that direction. As a developer, we should also, I think. So finally, having said that, let's talk about some of the drawbacks also. There are like some drawbacks of using excessive AI as well. So there might be issue of plagiarism because it is feeding on our data and giving suggestion in it. And like I told earlier, if you copy everything up, you might be actually copying some parts of a code of some other products also. So you need to be very careful about that. Quality and coherence. We need to be everything AI suggests might not be the optimal quality, right? So we need to make our judgment also regarding that. Lack of creativity and originality. Obviously, if you depend on AI on everything, you'll be losing your creative ideas. So making use of it is one thing for boosting your productivity, but you cannot be dependent on it completely. And obviously the over dependence can also be reduced a lot. There are also some kind of thing like data privacy is also in concern. Like we are feeding some data to a company. So there's definitely some concerns about the data privacy also. But all in all, if we handle it properly, if we take like responsible actions with AI, then definitely as a developer, as a product owner, as a marketer and content creator also, we can definitely make most use out of AI and get our productivity boosted up to a lot. So that is all from my presentation actually. I don't know if you have time for questions or not.